Welcome to Manga Arc. In today's video we will be exploring our favorite action manhwas. This list is based on our own opinion. Let's get started right away. In 10th place we have Second Life Franker. Yunwoo's brother disappeared years ago, and he's devastated to learn of his death. As he copes with his loss, he's given a pocket watch and learns there's more to his brother's death. He was betrayed while competing in the Tower of the Sun God. Now it's Yunwoo's turn to use the knowledge his brother left behind. Can Yunwoo, Kane, navigate that world and gain enough power and experience to reach the top of the tower, defeating his brother's enemies and all those who stand in his way? In 9th place we have the gamer. Han Ji-han, a normal high school student, subtly develops a special power where his entire world is shifted into a game-like setting. He can see the power levels of people, look at the stats of a seemingly normal item, get abilities, and even level up. Follow Han Ji-han as he discovers how to use this power, and maybe even where it came from. In 8th place we have Girl of the Wilds. Wilds High has a 42-year history as an all-girls private high school, meant solely for the elite. The girls of this school are trained daily in some of the deadliest forms of fighting around, from boxing, to sword fighting, to taekwondo. This specialty school is the place where the most popular sporting event in the country is held, the Wilds League, the only place in the world where teenage girls partake in brutal fights, often to the death. This year, Wilds has changed to a mixed-gender school. Despite opening their doors to males, the only one to apply is Song Jae-gu. He has been granted a full 3-year scholarship regardless of grades, which he snaps up without second thought. For the past 2 years, every moment of his life has been spent taking care of his younger twin siblings. But after meeting Queen, the bloody champion of Wilds League, drenching her in coffee and calling her a monster, things are about to get messy, especially when he gets tied up with all the other unusual girls at this school. Follow Jae-gu's struggle, from being the only male in school full of beautiful and deadly women, to learning to fight and stand up for himself. In 7th place we have, a returner's magic should be special. For 10 years, magical prodigy Dezer and his party have been battling inside the mysterious Shadow Labyrinth and against the end of the world. Much of humanity has already perished, and just as Dezer is about to be killed, he's sent back 13 years into the past. Despite knowing the cursed future that lies ahead, Dezer steals his resolve as he sees an opportunity to train his friends, and better prepare to face Armageddon together, without losing the ones they love. In 6th place we have Noblesse. For 820 years he had slumbered with no knowledge of mankind's advancement and scientific progress. The land which he once knew has become an unfamiliar place with new technology, attitudes, and lifestyles. Upon awakening, Kadasatrama Dairezel, Akarai, seeks to familiarize himself with this seer. He locates a loyal servant of his, Frankenstein, who is currently the principal of a South Korean high school. Rai decides that this school is the perfect place to help him learn about the modern world, enrolls, and begins associating with a group of good-natured students, in order to blend in. But this new world is no safer than the old, and the dignified, bewildered, technologically inept Rai finds himself embroiled in adventures both ridiculous and dangerous. In 5th place we have, the Breaker. The new English teacher, Chun-woo, is not your ordinary teacher. Shiun, a victim of constant bullying, unexpectedly witnesses Chun-woo's fighting power, and begs him to make him his disciple. Chun-woo claims he can teach Shiun, only if he is truly determined, and Shiun must jump off a bridge into a deep river, in order to prove it. It turns out, however, that Chun-woo and his powers are more than meets the eye. Shiun makes a grand entrance into the hidden world of martial arts, and he is about to be taught by the best there is. This manhwa has a very good sequel, if you enjoyed this one. In 4th place we have, Omniscient Reader. Back then, Dokja had no idea. He had no idea his favorite web novel 3 Ways to Survive the Apocalypse was going to come to life, and that he would become the only person to know how the world was going to end. He also had no idea he would end up becoming the protagonist of this novel turned reality. Now, Dokja will go on a journey to change the course of the story and save humankind once and for all. In 3rd place we have, The God of High School. This manhwa has been turned into an anime. The God of High School tournament has begun, seeking out the greatest fighter among Korean high school students. All martial arts styles, weapons, means, and methods of attaining victory are permitted. The prize? One wish for anything desired by the winner. Taekwondo expert Jin Mo Rai is invited to participate in the competition. There he befriends karate specialist Han Dae-wai and swordswoman Yu Mi-ra, who both have entered for their own personal reasons. Morai knows that no opponent will be the same, and that the matches will be the most ruthless he has ever fought in his life. But instead of being worried, this prospect excites him beyond belief. A secret lies beneath the facade of a transparent test of combat prowess the tournament claims to be, one that has Korean political candidate Park Myu-jin watching every fight with expectant, hungry eyes. Morai, Dae-wai, and Mi-ra are about to discover what it really means to become the god of high school. In second place we have Tower of God. This manhwa has been turned into an anime, and currently has 1 season out. Bam had been alone his whole life until he met Rachel. Now, however, Rachel is set on climbing the tower, and she is willing to leave Bam behind to do so. After Rachel disappears in a veil of light, Bam follows her, vowing to ascend the tower in hopes of meeting her again. But the tower is a dangerous place full of ancient secrets, fearsome monsters, and nefarious humans. Each floor is protected by an administrator who puts the daring challengers through grueling tests that will push them to their limits. As he confronts Heaton, the administrator of the first floor, Bam learns that he is an irregular, someone who was not chosen by the tower, but was able to enter it on his own, an extremely rare event inside the tower. Regardless of this revelation, however, his path forward is clear. Be it wealth, power, glory, or even reuniting with Rachel, all desires will be realized at the top of the tower. In first place we have solo leveling. In a world where awakened beings called hunters must battle deadly monsters to protect humanity, Sung Jin-woo, nicknamed the weakest hunter of all mankind, finds himself in a constant struggle for survival. One day, after a brutal encounter in an overpowered dungeon wipes out his party and threatens to end his life, a mysterious system chooses him as its sole player. Jin-woo has been granted the rare opportunity to level up his abilities, possibly beyond any known limits. Follow Jin-woo's journey as he takes on ever stronger enemies, both human and monster, to discover the secrets deep within the dungeons and the ultimate extent of his powers. We have reached the end of our list. What is your favorite action manhwa? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.